lesson, I'm gonna be talking about how to build a list of prospects for you to reach out to and engage to, start doing business with. And the very first place you want to start to is thinking about who are these clients that you want to reach out to. And in this example, I'm gonna walk you through property developers. So basically, what you want to do is think about the actual client that you're offering. So this one is property developers. So you'll want to jump onto Google and you'll want to type in property developers. And you'll want to type in property developers Australia. And then the word list, or whatever country you're in or whatever city you're in, it doesn't really matter. So typically what I find that in any given industry, there will always be some kind of directory or website out there that lists a whole bunch of companies for that particular industry. So we're looking at property developers, but it might be dog groomers or personal trainers. It doesn't matter. Typically, I find that there is always one of these kind of websites of directories out there that, lists all the companies. So that's the first thing that you want to do. So I'll just come on here and I'll scroll down here and I see that there's a whole bunch of individual companies that, we're not interested in here. Then we've got one here that says Australian Real Estate Directory. So I'll click and open that in the new tab and then have a look at this one here that says developer profiles. Let me open this one up as well and let's have a look and see what's going on here. So this first one, and look what we have here. Ausbuild, Australian, Technologian Park. You've got a full list of pages and property developers and their websites and the names of their companies, and everything that you need to know is simply on the list. That's just the very first tab that I opened. Then we'll have a look at this next one, which is ibuynew.com. So let's open this and have a look at this, and look what we have here. Developer profiles all the way from A to Z from every single property developer in the country. Just pages and pages and pages of information. Look at this. I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So as you can see, this is from quick Google search and I found this. And there's gotta be hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of different people on this list here. So then what we want to do is we don't want to manually be doing this ourselves. So we don't want to be doing it and finding every person's contact details at these companies. That's a very time consuming and it's just time consuming process. So what we want to do is we want to find these lists, save these two websites, and we want to head over to this freelancing platform called Upwork. So you want to go over here to Upwork and you want to post the job in the data mining services. And for the description, it might be something along these lines. Hey guys, I'm simply looking for a list of contacts of property developers. Here are the two sites that, lists all of them. I'm looking for first name, I'm looking for, last name, email address, and website. And I just need you to populate these into this Google sheet and you just put the job on there and you post $20, $40, $100 depending on how many contacts you want to go for. I recommend as a very beginning point to try to fetch at least 500 prospects in any given industry. And what you want to pay per contact in that industry is anywhere from 80 cents up to $2 to $3 for each contact that you get. Sometimes it's cheaper, but that's the general rule of thumb. Then you post that job on Upwork, and within 24 to 48 hours, you will have 100 plus people that would have bid on that project that are asking to complete that, you know? They'll be saying that they can do it for $20, they can do it for, $80, they can do it for $100. Don't go with the cheapest option. Cheap and nasty is not the way to go. Look for someone that's got a good amount of reviews in their profile, and look for people that have actually been able to deliver work. Then basically what will happen is they may say, hey, this is going to take me 5 days. This is going to take me a week. This is going to take me 2 weeks. That's completely fine, okay? Then what will happen is that we'll deliver you the list, and on that list, you're gonna have all these contacts from these people that work at these companies. And there might be multiple contacts per company. So on this one, Accord Property Group, they might give you 4 or 5 in that group, that's fine. You should still put those 4 or 5 people on your contact list. And once you have that list of people, whether it's 500, 1,000, 2,000, whatever it might be, then what we're going to do is we're going to take that list and moreover go to a cold outreach email platform. There's lots of them out there. You can simply Google cold email outreach software, and what I'm going to recommend is Quickmail. And then basically what we're gonna do is load all of these contacts into Quickmail, and we're going to give you the exact script of what to write exactly in those emails. Load them all up quickly onto Quickmail, and then have these people being emailed one by one with the message that's quickly going to get them to raise their hand and say, yeah, I'm interested in having a chat with you. So let me just unpack that a little bit. We've covered quite a lot of ground. So first of all, it's just quick Google search in your industry, and you're gonna search through the first 1 or 2 pages and find a couple of that links that list those companies. Then you're gonna save those into a Word document, and you're gonna move over to Upwork or any freelancing platform and post a job on there saying, I need to get all these contacts into a list. I need their name, I want their email address, and I want their company or their website. And then you're going to put that job out, and then you'll get a couple of people bidding for it, pick a winner, and then in a week or so, you're gonna have a list of prospects that we can then feed into Quickmail or a cold email outreach provider using our templates. And we're gonna start the process and have clients actually reaching out and replying to your emails and saying, hey, I'm interested about learning more about this. Could you give me a call? Now, you might be asking yourself at this stage, well, isn't that spam? Isn't that illegal to basically just cold blanket email people? And the one thing that I would definitely say is that you definitely need to check the laws in whichever country or state that you're in. But from all the research that I've done, it is a little bit of a gray area because spam is generally categorized as a mass market broadcast to hundreds of thousands of people completely unsolicited in every respect. But with something like Quickmail, it actually sends emails out one by one. So it will be sending out 1 email per second to individual people, and that kind of circumvents doing something like a mass broadcast. But again, I'm not a lawyer and this is not legal advice, so you definitely need to look at the legalities of doing that in whichever country you operate in. But this is an absolute killer strategy when you're just getting started. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars in ads. You can get a whole list of prospects for $40 or under $100, and then load them into something like Quickmail, which costs like $40 to $50 a month. depending on what plan you're on. And then you'll start getting all these warm leads and people reaching out to you. And it takes something that it's really time consuming and actually semi-automates that into people reaching out to you and going through this cold email outreach. And instead of you cold calling them straight out the gate, there's been a bit of a communication over email, and then they've actually come to you saying, yeah, I'm interested, give me a call. And this is the absolute best place to start if you're just getting started and you don't have a lot of funds to spend. There is no excuse to not do this. This is the cheapest service that you can do. And then you'll have clients coming in and you'll be helping those clients, and you can use that money to build a bigger list and keep building outreach prospects. So you might be thinking that that's all of a good if I'm in the B2B space, but I sell directly to my consumers and I'm in the B2C market. And I will tell you later in another lesson, and I'll be diving into how to reach out to people in the B2C market at scale. I'll tell you exactly what to say and what to do and where to find these people. So the action item for this lesson, guys, is just to follow all the steps that I have outlined in this video. Then go over to Upwork and use the template job description to post your job on there and build a list of at least 500 prospects. So go ahead and do that, and I'll see you in the next lesson.